Welcome to our live streams. This is where the grown-ups trade. No hype, no flexing, no TikTok guru nonsense. Just focus, discipline, and respect for the craft. Here we trade gold, the oldest store of value on Earth, at the precision scalping level. That's where trading gets real. Where a single tick too early or too late decides everything. It's the hardest style of trading there is. And the highest form, too. Because it demands mastery of mind, structure, and emotion. Execution over ego. Reaction over prediction. Can it be the most lucrative? Yes, but only for those who earn it. There are no shortcuts here. You can't fake discipline at 10-second speed. Most gurus out there sell you dreams from their demo accounts. We build traders who can survive the market on their own terms. We don't promise easy wins. We teach you how to build a system that doesn't break when you do. If you're here, you already know what that takes. Courage, grit, gumption, the willingness to get punched in the face by uncertainty and still show up tomorrow with your rules intact. Because precision scalping isn't just a trading style, it's a mirror. It shows you who you are under pressure, and it forces you to get better, not just as a trader, but as a person. The focus you build here, the emotional control, the ability to act without hesitation, those are life skills. They translate everywhere. So welcome to the Barcelona Trader, where we practice the hardest craft in markets and one of the most rewarding in life. Let's get to work.
All right, good evening. Welcome. It is Sunday, April 19th at 7:50 p.m. And excuse me, it's our first broadcast sort of out of beta, and I don't even have my camera turned on, and my lighting up and everything like that right in my face. So you're seeing me from behind. That's the way it's going to be tonight, at least for now. Let's look at what we have with what we have going on with gold. That's why we're here, right? Okay. So first things first, though. Let's bring this temperature down just a little bit here and get ourselves into the zone. There we go. There we go. A little jazz in the background, or maybe we need a little piano. There we go. Something a little soft to go with my candle over here to my left. You see? Holding that up. And all right, so what we have going on is the war is back on in the Middle East. And, on Friday, we had a ceasefire, supposedly, and everything was going to be cool. And then not too long after that, everybody said the ceasefire was off. Everybody was breaking their word and so on and so forth. And so, the things that had occurred because it seemed like the war was off had to unoccur at the market open. So what happened when we thought that the war was on? I mean, let's go back here and look at the tape. This is our just our 5-minute chart, right? So back over here on Friday was when Trump tweeted or posted on Truth Social or whatever that the war was off, that the strait was open, and gold took off. And it held up there and just came down a little bit, before the end of the session, at the end of the day where this vertical turquoise line is. Then what happened? Well, everything was off. So everybody got together and realized they were going to need cash to cover their positions in stocks. So they needed to create some liquidity. They needed to sell gold. And right there at 6 p.m., the brokers and the market makers had not populated the tape with passive buy orders. So what happened at the open was price just teleported all the way down to where the first passive buy orders had been sitting on Friday at the close of market, they were still there. So they caught and stopped the fall right there. We have since kind of punched back up, and that was taking the rebound there, but then we've come back down, and then just a little bit before we turned on the cameras here, we had another fall in the price all the way down here to the WM2, which also coincides basically with the DM1 in terms of our pivots. This is the DM1 here, the faint purple line that you see here, and the WM2. And again, we're looking at the 5-minute chart here, So that's the story of what happened. If we look at the story on the dollar, it's the exact opposite. The gold is priced in dollars, and a lot of the movement in gold is also driven by the price of the dollar. And you can see that here at the beginning of the session tonight, the dollar rocketed up in the same way that gold rocketed down. We also saw the yields of the 10-year US government bond increasing a bit. All right, the VIX. Here the VIX is. The VIX shot up here as well, so we are expecting volatility. We're seeing the volatility actually, and the gold volatility index, though, that is down here. So wait a minute, this is the VIX. That was at the end of. No, that is now. That is now. Okay, and and this is also now-ish. Yeah. Okay, so. Go back to our execution page. Well, this is the 1-minute chart. You can see it's all stretched out because there was such a massive drop. I have to really scrunch it back together to see the full movement, but we don't need to be looking at the full movement. We already know what happened there. So let's bring it down here so we can see what's just happening recently on the 1-minute. And over here we have our 10-second. In the middle, it's our 10-second futures. Over here on the right, it's our spot Renko. Down here on the bottom right is our FX Blue relative currency strength. We see the US dollar is a lot stronger relative to gold right now, so we are in a downtrend. Or not, rather, we are at a downtrend. That is not a cause and effect type of thing. This is a reading of the market, and it is a bit of a latent read, but it is a read, and it takes into consideration the relative currency strength of currencies and assets that are not just gold and the dollar. If I scroll up here, I can see all other types of currencies, and they're just not the ones I'm interested in comparing right now. I'm only interested in looking at those two. But just know that those are calculated based on relative currency strength across markets. Over here on the upper right, we have gold, spot gold. We do all of our charting on spot gold, even though I'm trading gold futures. And down here below, we have the US dollar or the DXY index on the 1-minute chart. So we can just keep our eye on what the dollar's doing. All right, so that gives us a little display of what's going on here. If we look at my MT4, we see our traditional Japanese candlesticks. This is the 15-minute chart over here on the upper left. We see the gap down here at the open. So this is what's happened since the open. Come down, we're into a support area right now. Same here on the 1-hour chart, into a support area. We don't observe it as a support area here on the 4-hour chart, but we do see it as the WM3 right down here, which we've already talked about, the pivot that we're hitting. And we also see the MPP right here on the daily chart. We're sitting just above the MPP. This is the dollar versus the yen. And this is the FX trend display over here, showing us that we're clearly in a downtrend right now. And then when I flip this over here, we have a 15-minute, a 5-minute Hakanashi charts here on the top and on the bottom. We see we are in support areas on both of those. In the middle, we have the 1-minute Hakanashi. We see we've hit a support. We've come back up into a bit of a resistance here. So as we zoom in, we're seeing more and more detail about what the market is doing at this very red hot moment. And of course, that's represented most clearly by the Renko. Okay, so there will be days where I will do more of an explanation. And of course, we'll be talking about a lot of things in the quiet moments as well. But right now, I am going to open the Zoom room. And let's see what I need to do here. All right, here we are. Now let's see what's going on. We've got about 1 minute and 15 seconds before the official start of our session here together. All right, we got 1 minute. All right, we'll see how long we're going to be here tonight. It's going to depend a little bit on what happens, who shows up in the Zoom room. If it's just me and Tono, then we'll bang this out pretty quickly. If it's just me, might bang it out even quicker than that, because at the open, I was here at the desk and caught some of that bounce. So I've really kind of made my nut for the evening, but if we get some really good trades here, I'll probably take something now. This is looking like we might have something going on here right at the top of the hour. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, push down. There's a little something that was going to happen. Okay, so if we look here at this 1 minute, we see that we've reached this resistance zone here, and now we're starting to push down. Now, this grayed out or kind of greened out zone here to the right that you see is kind of an area of consolidation that that we have an indicator that's kind of predicting that that's coming up here, that we're going to stay consolidated here. So if we want to trade in that, that is up to us, but it it does indicate that there could be some choppiness. We're here on the Renko. I want to pull that in so we can see exactly what it's doing. That 8 o'clock did send us down a little further than I thought it was going to. But I guess we are in a downtrend here, so get a little impetus to a direction that it's already leaning, and it will fall. All right, I'm going to move that out of the way so I can see. Now what you're seeing is my execution screen. I can flip to any other chart that I'm looking at here on this screen that you're seeing. But I also have all of those charts open around me. And there's Tono.
What's up, brother?
How are you doing?
Good. How long you been on?
I came on at 7:45.
Okay.
Yep.
What's it look like?
Well, we just before 7:45 there was a big drop from about 47.75 all the way down to kind of where we are now.
Okay.
But nothing other really than that. It's kind of making its way down, it looks like.
Let's see what tomorrow looks like. We got news. Canada has some news.
Yeah.
At 8:30. We got news Tuesday. All right. Nothing big. There was a big gap, I think, from the Trump's ceasefire thing, right? Or
Well,
end of wars.
if you take a look at the 15-minute chart or even the 5-minute chart from Friday to today, you see the spike up when Trump announced the ceasefire, and then it held through the afternoon, and then it broke down yesterday. So now really at the market open, it was just undoing everything that it had done on Friday.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing on 8 o'clock candle.
Had a bit of a push down, just this very one that you see here. If you look at the 1 minute chart, you see the 3 bearish Hakanashis. That's what it did at 8 o'clock.
Probably just gonna be slow night.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, look at the strength differential on FX Blue. It might be pushing down. It's got some, it's lopsided.
Yeah, big time.
So I don't know. I mean, when it spiked down on this last drop, it almost touched the WM2. So it could come down again, at least to the DM1, and then probably to the WM2.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wind up there sometime tonight. Probably not during the session.
You don't think so?
No, it's just moving too slow. Look at the 5 minute chart. Right?
Yeah.
Those tiny little candles. It's not 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. They're getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I don't see anything behind it. Not that it can't, but of course.
Yeah, no, I think I see what you're saying. Yeah. All right, well, we can hang for a little bit, and if it isn't doing anything, then we'll...
No, we've got nothing better to do. Let's just Sunday. Let's just hang out and see what it wants to give us, right?
I got 190 at the open, so, just puts it around, so...
Okay. Well, you had a good day then. Even if you walked away, that's good for Sunday.
Yeah. I'm thinking that what I should do right now is let's see, where's my thing? Just trade one account, one challenge account for tonight, and not even mess around with the others.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Hey, how was your weekend, man?
Yeah, it was all right. It was my wife's father isn't doing great, and she went down to see him this morning at 7 a.m. in Florida.
Oh, I thought he was in Israel.
No, he's in he's in Israel a lot. He has a place in Israel, but he lives in Florida also,
Okay.
and he hasn't been doing well. And so she was going to go see him next weekend, but she got the feeling after talking to him that he wasn't feeling great, and so she said, "I'll just come see you this weekend."
Right. So she's in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm left to my own devices and my trading discipline on my own here today.
And the dog.
And the dog. And the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he feels better. You know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Can you turn the music down just a bit?
Yep.
So you're gonna go Discord starting tomorrow?
Well, I don't know starting when. I mean, right now, I think it's just you and me on Discord. Nobody else joined. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting the word out that we're doing this.
Oh, you're on Discord right now?
Well, I have Discord open, but what do you mean? Like, you mean streaming on Discord? No.
Yeah, you're not gonna stream on Discord, right?
No.
All right.
I was just going to use it for our
Conversations.
conversations and, to have the different threads like general conversation, gold analysis thread, that sort of thing.
Okay. Good.
Make sure that you're an admin on it as well.
Okay.
You're AB creator. That's you, right?
Who's that?
That's not you on Discord, AB creator?
No.
Oh, that must be, I wonder who that is. Maybe that's Alden? I don't know.
They were on now?
They joined when I said I had never sent out the invitation before, and I sent it out on the text that I sent on that you saw.
Okay.
And I thought that you had joined, but it must be one of the other guys. I just don't know.
No, you know what? Let me join it now if I forget. There might be maybe, yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
Let's see. So we are waiting here. I'm just going to recap for people watching. Gold fell off a cliff at the open, and it undid everything that it had done on Friday. On Friday, when Trump announced the ceasefire, gold shot up, kind of maintained, came down slightly through the rest of the afternoon, and then when Friday evening started rolling around and it looked like everything was falling apart, the market decided it needed to undo everything that it had done. So price came crashing down. There was a bit of a rebound, and then it came slowly down the staircase again until about 8:35, something like that. We had another significant drop. And now it has kind of rebounded a little bit there, and it's just consolidating over the last 20 minutes or so. So what are we looking for? Well, right now, we could say we're looking for, as long as this was coming up, it hit here, came back down, came back up, it's retesting this high. We could say, okay, we're looking for something to push through there. But what we can also see on our 1 minute Takanashi chart here is, where price is, there's this big resistance right here, this big, order block. So it's unlikely that we're going to have enough volume and momentum to push back up through that, and especially given the direction of the market right now, where gold is significantly weaker than dollar. So that's unlikely to happen. So then we're looking for it to turn back around and come down, which at least would be, could be a trade that we would want to take, because at least it would be in the direction of market sentiment right now and technicals. But the problem there also is we've been through this area of price, and it is in kind of a consolidation zone here. So it can chop either way, coming down or going back up, and you never really know. You know, we don't know yet if it's going to make kind of these smooth up and down motions, or is it going to be choppy, and it's looking like it's been choppy in here. Wicks on both sides of the candles, sometimes long wicks. So you don't want to get stuck trading in that chop. So then you want to wait for it to come down here and see if we're going to break through the bottom and then break through this further support down here. And back to our 10-second charts. Hang on. The Barcelona Traders, plural. Yeah. It's like 3 separate words. The Barcelona Traders. Oh, really? Hang on. Let me see how I can. Send your friends an invite. Who are you on Discord? Tono FX. Huh, you're not coming up for me. Or send an invite link. Okay, so I'm gonna send an invite link in our Zoom chat, okay? Okay. There it is. All right. Did I turn the music down, or did I? Maybe I didn't. Okay. Morally unacceptable. Okay, it's looking like it is pushing up into that resistance right there. Strange. I mean, I wouldn't take that because of that resistance there, but I also wouldn't take it because it's the opposite direction of the market and the market sentiment. So even though it might be a good trade, and it might even be a trade that I would take if the market sentiment weren't so bearish, but because the strength differential is so bearish for gold and the market sentiment is so bearish for gold, just not going to take a long. Maybe Tono will take a long for you. And this is what I was saying, you know, you could try to take it down here and you'd probably be okay, but you might get chopped up. And, you know, maybe that would be worth the risk to me. One, if I didn't think I'd have a better opportunity tonight. And two, if I hadn't already made my nut. But since neither of those are true, I think we are going to get better setups. I think it will come down. I think if anything, in our session here, it will come down through this support, maybe even down through this support, and give us some trading opportunities, you know, somewhere in between here. If we have momentum, I would trust it to break through these supports, given the strength differential. Yeah, depending on price action. Really? Oh wait, you came. I see you, Tono FX. Yeah, just a second. Hi. Did you just see me? You didn't see me reply? Oh. Oh, so is this a new sign up for you or something? Oh, Tono FX 34115 or something like that? It's not your usual. I don't either. Oh. Huh. All right. So what we're doing here is we're looking at the 1 minute chart here. This is XAU, spot gold. Blue Hakanashi candles are bearish, yellow Hakanashi candles are bullish. We have a kind of a teal line running through here, which is a 9-period EMA, exponential moving average. And we've seen this very big drop at the beginning where the market opened, and then kind of gradually came down until we had another big drop here about 7:30, 7:35, 7:36. Another repricing here. Now we've been bouncing back up. If we look at this on a 1 minute Hakanashi with an indicator we like here on MT4, that has, you know, that is showing what a big resistance zone we're coming back into here. Plus, it's the opposite direction of the market sentiment and where the market's been going, and the strength differential between the dollar and gold, even though that has been tightening. It's just not a market that either of us want to take a buy in right now. So we're waiting to see if we can get some sells at some point, or for the market to at least completely invalidate why we should be looking for them in the first place. Now, right now, if we look at this on a 5-minute chart, you know, we can see the drop, and, you know, we could still just be in a technical bounce here, you know, kind of a profit-taking bounce, still hitting a lot of passive sell orders in this area where the swing low is. So it's going to have trouble pushing up. So we'll see how long that lasts before it turns back around. You're gonna sell? Oh, I thought you said you were. I'm like, you got it to a. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay. Just like kick the other one out. Kick. Oh. Well, you had to put some different numbers after it. I think it showed up as Tono FX 34106 or something like that. All right, looks like we might be coming back down. See what the dollar's doing here. Dollar seems to have bottomed out. 1 minute for 8:30. Right. About 25 seconds. Maybe we'll short the spike. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
A short
4,
spike can
3,
mean a few different
2,
things.
1. Google decided it was going to answer what a short spike is. Boom. Yeah. Don't like that. Well, I don't think I'll just sit here and stubbornly think I was right. I think I'll get out. Maybe give it another minute here, just to see. Yeah. And you made that decision on the 5-minute chart? Yeah. 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 The lower time frame. As opposed to a higher time frame, I'm looking at the 10-second to the 1-minute chart. Yeah. Yeah. I see. I see. Yeah, yeah. I thought that because we had hit this swing high on the 1 minute, and that this was kind of a technical bounce when our overall direction is down, that this technical bounce was going to turn around here. And so I got into a, yeah, and come back and resume its way down the chart. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. 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 Which I am at right now. I'm 35 negative. Yeah. 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 Right. 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 Mm-hmm. 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 So what? So right. So what I understood here from you now is that my read on the market was wrong. That at least in the short term it was wrong, right? Because maybe now it's going to let me out, but it was still going to go up a little bit. But when I got in, I would already have made my money, and so I wouldn't be waiting for it right now. Right. Yeah. 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 Right. 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 Yeah, I made $4 on that. Right. 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 Yeah. 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 So I just want to make sure that I'm fully understanding what your position on this would have been. Your position would have been A, there was no trade to take anyway, so don't take a buy or a sell. Or B, if you're going to take one or the other, I should have taken the buy. You would have taken the buy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. But that would have been a kind of a bad place to enter a buy anyway, because I was just hitting the swing high on the 1 minute. Right. Right. So when yeah, I don't have my box up tonight. Well, yeah, it definitely would have broken my box, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. Um, but I'm just trying to think. At what point would you take the sell? Yeah. So I took the sell because I thought, okay, it looks like we're turning around. I thought I saw the turnaround on the 10-second. You're telling me that I should not that I should not have used the 10-second to try to anticipate the direction of the market, that I should have used the 1 minute or the 5 minute to determine that, and the 10-second to only time my entry. Fair. Okay, so fair. If you were going to take a sell now, let's say that we hypothesized that this is turning back around, that it's going to go south. At what what is your confirmation signal that it's going south? Yep. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 On the 1 minute. On the 1 minute. So, but never the 10-second. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want to make sure I'm looking at the same chart you're looking at here. Hang on. What did I just? You told me to look at the 1 minute, right? Okay. So I'm looking at that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Right there. Right there. Right. Yeah. 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 Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Still get a few pips there. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Right. Right. But do you hold the? Would you hold the trade 16 minutes, or would you be looking at the Renko and the 10-second to Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I see it here though. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your daily loss limit. Right. Because the brokers count the day starting with the Asia session. So when you're trading the New York session, you're still in the same calendar day. Yeah, even though in New York time it's a different day. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Right. Yeah. 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 The rundown happened before we were on. Yeah, and the run up happened slowly. It ground up through a big red resistance area on the 1 minute, and then that resistance area disappeared, so you don't see it now. But it was there. Yeah. 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 All right. I'll hang here until about 5 minutes after 9. If nothing is going on, then I'll call it and be back at 7:45 in the morning. All right. Have a good one. I'll catch you in the morning. Yeah, I'll start the YouTube stream at 7:45, and I'll open the Zoom at a few minutes before 8. Yep. Yep. Rock and roll. All right. See you, Toto. Bye bye. All right, we're just kind of waiting to see if we're going to get any downward movement here before 9 o'clock or just after 9 o'clock New York time, which is in about 11 minutes, 10 minutes. You know, if we look at this on a 5-minute chart, we see we have, you know, come down here after the open, bottomed out again here around 7:40, and then drifted back up here, kind of ground our way through a big resistance zone here. We are looking at this on a 5-minute chart, so we have kind of popped back up here. Now if we flip over and look at this on a 1-minute chart, we see we're up here kind of consolidating here around this recent high, which is we've got a you know, a swing low there. We're looking at here on the 5-minute chart, we see, oh, look at that, I don't have that, yeah, swing low is this yellow area right here. And now it finally looks like we're starting to break down a little bit. We do have some new support right here, so we want to get below that before we start putting our trust in that. But that would be what we're looking for. If the dollar comes back up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing here. Yeah, I think we'll go. Well, we were only 4 positive and now we are 21 negative, so this was not the right move. See if we've got enough selling pressure to push it down. Or might have we bottomed out there and we're gonna still head back up. Sometimes you gotta wait just a little bit longer for confirmation, and sometimes it's just variance is gonna get you, even though it looked like we were confirming this move. It's gonna could end up being wrong, even though we read it correctly. Yeah, I might have to go the other way on this one. It would be discouraging because I won't have traded well. Not really, you know, the money is nothing because this is a challenge account. I don't have it copy trading on any other accounts. There's really no consequence to this, but it will psychologically be a little demoralizing. I have to take this loss. In fact, even if I don't take this loss, it's already a little psychologically demoralizing because I will have read the tape wrong twice tonight. And frankly, made my money earlier tonight on easy trades. So where's the merit in that? Now the question is, are we going to keep coming down this time? Or shall I just get out? I think I'm going to opt to just get out because, you know, why press my luck if it lets me out? May as well just look the gift horse in the mouth. Not look the gift horse in the mouth. That is not the right saying for this occasion. It's like Tono was saying, it's how long you gotta hold it. That's what it is. Nobody likes this. All right, I'm just gonna reverse it. Late to that reversal, but better late than never in this case because we're still going up. At least make some of it back. Got a minute and a half for 9 p.m. If we're lucky at 9 p.m., this will spike up, give me back the money I lost by getting it wrong in the first place. Hopefully it won't come back at me in this 1 minute. I'll just have to accept that line. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, took it back. $1 positive. It's better than a hot stick in the eye, right? And we still have not hit 8 o'clock. It just took off. There it is, 8 o'clock. I think I'll take a little flyer here. Well, that turned out to be the wrong thing to do. How do I manage? Didn't I say I was just going to quit? I read the market twice wrong tonight? Why do I feel like I just wanted to make that $1 difference, you know? Give me that again. Give me a bunch of those. There we go. A bunch of those. Yeah, thank you. That's all I needed. Just wanted to get my head above waterline. Okay. Well, I'm not happy with my trading tonight. Here's how it went. The market opened before we were streaming. Market took a dive, took a predictable bounce, and I took a nice little scalp off of that predictable bounce. Made my nut for the night. So when I got here this evening, we started streaming, I reduced to trading only a challenge account and not copy trading it across my platforms, just so we could trade a bit together here. Guess I took 4 trades. 2 of them, my market read was off and it went against me before it went in my favor in any. Whoa, look at that. The dollar just really took a spike there. So I think that means that gold is going to turn around again here, right? I don't know. We're still going up. This is weird. All right. I'm going to call it. Don't need to be jerking myself around in this kind of market, right? So we'll see you tomorrow in the morning at 7:45 a.m. Look for it here on YouTube in a few minutes and set your notifications.